The significance of my tattoo. There are multiple layers of meaning to my tattoo. Some of these were intentional, while others are more of a coincidence. And like the layers of an onion's skin, some of them could make me weep. One desire driving my decision to do this was the need to make something beautiful out of a painful experience. 2, we had wanted to get tattooed together, but we ran out of time. 3, I had mine done in our old neighborhood. Triumph is part of its name. The studio is in the street where we took one of our last walks together, you rolling along by my side. You are the reason for the surge of tenderness I often feel when I meet or even just see someone in a wheelchair. 4, the location on my body. It's one of the first places you caressed me. 5, the date it was done. On the 19th anniversary of my Carnegie Recital Hall debut on May 15th, 1999. 6, this anniversary fell just a few days after I was finally ready to offer your final gift to me to the Mediterranean. This was a bouquet, which included many purple flowers because you knew I loved them, that you gave me on my birthday, only hours before you stopped breathing. This simple ceremony reminded me of scattering your ashes in the sea the year before, as I had promised to do. Seven, my short answer. Irises, especially the deep purpley blue ones, have been my favorite flowers since I was a child. I love their rich contrast of complementary colors and their elegant form, as in an Edo-era Japanese screen in the Met Museum that I've seen often since I was a child. Eight, an unintentional significance. It seems that there's a connection between irises and mourning that I hadn't been aware of. This is the first example of unforeseen symbolism in this part of the processing of my loss. I noticed others in the weeks which followed getting the tattoo, such as the healing of scars and the shedding of skin like a snake. Nine, my mother independently chose purple flowers as a random visual cue to think of each other when we are apart. She likes to quote Alice Walker. And 10. After the deed was done, I was amused by my brother's comment that I was sure not to regret doing it when I turned 50, as I had recently passed that milestone. However, He was worried about the example I was setting for his young children. So I told him, just tell them they can get one after they turn 50.
Werden wir uns in die Augen schauen und auf uns stinkt das Glück des Sturmes schweigen.
An open door. A Gothic bar in the Raval. The second Monday in August. Yesterday's storm has finally brought relief from weeks of unbroken, unbearable heat. Echoes of past lives swirl lazily in the cool air, spiraling with the enticing promise of new ones. Mezcal mingles with pisco sour. Una mezcla interesante. Exuding exuberance, exhilaration, the 20-somethings at the neighboring table pull us into their conversation. After a time, one of the girls asks us how we met, surely expecting an oft-retold anecdote about meeting possibly at a large gathering, tuning into each other amidst the hundreds of others, and then spending the following hours wrapped up in conversation, enraptured. She might, somewhat naturally, expect this to have occurred some 2 decades ago, fooled by our laugh lines and hair patterns. What she never suspected is that this happened only 2 days before. Our story is just beginning, and there are so many chapters to write.